you can just explore Blender a little bit. Now to delete an object in Blender, you have to you press the shortcut is X for delete. Yeah. Then now to add an object, to add a mesh, go over to add. You see we have plane, cube, UV sphere, icosphere, torus, monkey, and some other tools we can also use. Text, blah blah blah. So I'm going to add back our default cube. So I want to now talk about two different modes. We have edit mode, and object mode. But for this tutorial, I only want to talk about these two: object mode and the edit mode. So edit mode, what is it really all about? It's really how you customize and edit your meshes. For example, this over here is for vertex. It's for vertex select. Vertex select. Alright, let me do it. Okay, so this over here is what is this over here determines on how the mesh is being selected. So here we have the vertex mode, we have the vertex mode. Oh, sorry, I didn't show you guys this. So in order for you to the shortcut for zooming in without having to use the magnifier is scroll up. Then as for navigating the 3D space, you click on the middle mouse button and just move your mouse. There you go. I'm sure now we can now progress. So click on this is vertex mode. The same thing goes for all the other shortcuts of them. So you press G. Remember, G is like as in grab. You move it. See, right? You're able to edit the shape of the cube. As you can see. You also have scale, but since it's a point, you won't see any change. No rotation, you won't see any change. So I'm going to just quietly undo that. Good. Now, next one, I'm going to select the edge mode. So I'm going to press G again. As you can see, yeah, we're able to still to deform it. Then next R, able to rotate it about its origin. So we can also rotate it and specify what axis it should be rotated on. So I want to just quickly press RX, rotate it on the X axis, RY, rotate it on the Y axis, but you won't see any change. I'm not sure I need to explain why, right? So RZ, rotate on the Z axis. Yeah. Then we also have face select. So here it selects an entire face. So we all know that a cube has 6 faces. So we all know a cube has 6 faces. So when we select this face, press R, rotate Z, rotate on the Z axis, rotate X, rotate on the X axis, rotate Y, also rotate on the X axis. So it's giving it more geometry to work with. So the same thing goes for scaling: S, Z, S, Y, and S, Z. Nothing will happen as expected. So there you have it. So now I'm going to show you guys a very important and very useful tool in Blender. It's called the extrusion tool. Here it is. Here is where you can get it. Click on this. See this arrow will pop up. Let's scroll a little bit behind and look for a good perspective. You know what? I'm going to just go on the front orthographic view. Zoom in a little bit, then use this hand tool, drag a little up, and click this and drag. So we're extruding geometry from the face. Click and drag. So it's extruding on, it's being extruded on the z-axis. So that's the same thing. You can see scale it up. Press S to scale it, or R to rotate based on whatever axis you, based on whatever axis you desire. Then you can still rotate it. Yeah, scale. So grab it and press GZ, or if you want to move it on the x-axis, GX, GY. Yeah, and that's pretty much all about extrusion. You can still come and explore other tools here. So the next one I'm going to go into is the insert. You click on this, just click this and drag it a little bit inside. So another interesting feature about Blender is this: whatever tool you hover on, there is a shortcut for it. For example, extrude region, shortcut is E. Insert faces, shortcut is I. Bevel, shortcut is Control B. Loop cut, Control R, and so on and so forth. So insert faces like this. Then you can just get creative, GZ, extrude it out. There you go. You made a kind of funny looking cone shape, I guess. Okay, now we're going to go back to object mode. So if you want to switch between edit mode and object mode, just press on tab, click on tab, press on tab here, press on tab to tab mode, edit mode, tab out, object mode, tab in, edit mode, tab out, object mode. Okay, we're back to this project. So I'm going to begin by, I'm going to walk you guys through a little bit of extrusion. So just for a basic extrusion tutorial, we are going to move into the properties tab. So here we have the render properties, output properties, view layer, scene, world, collection, object, modifiers, particles, physics, and some others that we're going to get to. But today we're going to focus on some very important aspects of Blender that really helps the modifiers tab. So I want to begin by deleting this object. Remember, X, delete. Okay, this little dot thing in this 3D space is what is known as a 3D pointer. So I want to center it into the center of the 3D world, pressing Shift C. Yeah, Shift C, my bad. Shift C to center it. So what really the use of this 3D cursor? The 3D cursor is used in like a reference point for inserting new objects. So wherever you add a new object, new mesh, be anything, is going to appear where the 3D pointer is. For example, go to add mesh UV sphere. There it is, right? Let's delete it. Let's click over here. Yes, to add the go add mesh UV sphere. Yeah, so that's all about it. Interesting. Okay, now to begin, we're going to create a basic table with the little knowledge with the little knowledge I'm going to add on what we did on the previous video concerning extrusion. So I want to just click here to go to our Y, to go to our front photographic. No, I want to press on Z. Sorry, go to our top photographic view. I want to go in Shift A. That's a shortcut for adding for bringing up the add panel. Shift A, plane. So I want to zoom in a little bit. Yes, make sure I already see what we're doing here. So I want to select on the plane, S, X, scale it a little bit to create a table. I want to tab into edit mode, right? Tab into edit mode. Now, the new feature I'm going to introduce here is the loop tool. I didn't introduce last time. Loop tool. Look, what does loop to do? It actually adds loops into our common geometry. It adds loops in order for us to break it down, like to give it more information. For example, let me add a loop cut here. Let me add a loop cut here. Then okay. So now I'm in vertex mode. So when I scale it up, you see it deforms the plane. When I rotate it, it does the same. I grab it, does the same. I can also grab and align based on axis. Yep. So I want to just Control Z that and undo. I'm going to go back here. Okay. So to use Control R, add a loop cut in the center. In the center here, right? To add a loop cut. Then another one, Control R, add another loop cut. So I want to just try. I want to look for a way to just draw out a simple shape, a simple grid on how our tables would stand. Drag it over here. So I'm going to just speed through this process a little bit. Just speed through this process a little bit. Okay, here we are. So I'm going to now go to face select mode. Select here, shift, holding the shift button. Select here, select here, select here. Then now based on what we learned last time, we'll go here to insert faces or use the shortcut I for insert. Now zoom in. Want to create a little bit of gap. Sure, this one is okay. Yep. And now I want to press the middle mouse button, then orient it on this side using our hand tool to better visualize what we're doing. I will press E for extrusion, Z on the Z axis, then we'll drag it down. Here we go. And I can see you have made yourself a basic table, I guess. So here you have just created a basic you have just created an object. You have just created a first little project. I know it isn't really that big, but easy does it, as they say. Okay, so welcome to this new Blender tutorial. Welcome to this new Blender tutorial. So welcome to this new Blender tutorial. I'm going to start by deleting our default cube. Now I'm going to hold A to select all objects, X, then delete. Yeah. So today we're going to drive to making a much better table, like much faster. I want to dive into modifiers today. So I'm going to show you guys how to use most of the modifiers. The basic ones we're going to be using today is the mirror modifier. So go to the top view, Shift A, and to add ourselves a plane, scrolling, S, X, yeah. Dive into edit mode, Control R, click here, Control R, click here. So I want to just divide this plane into 4. Then I want to select this edge over here, this edge over here, this edge over here, this edge, this edge. Press on X. Here, this an edit mode. I want to show you. I want to be displayed a panel on what you should click. So for us, I want to delete vertices. There we go. On the left with this other side. Now go into our modifiers tab. Add modifier. Add modifier. I want to head into generate. Yeah. Then mirror modifier. As the name suggests, mirror modifier. Whenever you do this on the reflection on the axis, for example, it's being reflected. Okay, so as you can see, whatever I do on this other side happens on the other. But what do we need? We need all 4. So I want to click on y-axis. See, I even use this for cool animation. So same as, so you can see we can make a table with such loops. So we need to bisect them. So bisecting simply does this. For example, if I bisect on the x-axis, oh my bad, um, no, sorry, false alarm. So it's clipping. So clipping is just to get them stuck, to hold them firmly, to avoid those random movements. Okay, back to where we were. We'll zoom in, Control R, add another loop cut, Control R, add another loop cut here, Control R, add another one. Then just give yourself, just go wild with your creativity. And click here. Now, I'm going to introduce you guys to a new tool, and it's called the box select. You can use it to select multiple faces at the same time, rather than holding shift and selecting each face. Right. So you can still do this easy. You can still do this. Right. And now with the box tool, just go to top view, click here, press B. You're able to select all faces, all vertices, doesn't matter at once. So I'm gonna press E, Z on the Z axis. Here we go. And we'll underneath our table, select this face, E, Z. There you go. And yeah, there you have it. A basic table. And a lot of other stuff you can still do with the mirror modifier. But we shall end here for now. See you in the next tutorial. Okay, so basically